piece it all together. Movie magic. What am I doing? In today's video, we're going to be going over our current gear carry for our most recent shakedown hikes. All right, so the gear that we're going to go over right now is everything that I carry. Some of this gear is shared between Becca and I, and we'll talk about that later. But first, we'll start off with the big three. My backpack is the Osprey A 58-liter bag. This is a women's bag, but I do not care who it's marketed for. This works for me and what I like and what I need out of a bag. I do love that it has a full frame in it. But Osprey has upgraded, so the pads and the shoulder straps, everything is a little bit lightweight and thinner compared to the bag that Becca has, which is one that I had years ago. I do not use the brain. I took that off. I also took off the side strapping because it honestly was driving me nuts. I might put something else back in here. I am a big fan of Osprey. I've always been a fan of Osprey. I was looking to go ultralight, and I ended up walking out with another Osprey bag. Moving on, I used the Nemo Disco 30, and it has their Endless Promise, which Nemo is so great for that because this is 100% recyclable, and if something happens to it, I can just email their team and get this replaced, and they will recycle the materials from this bag. Yep. My sleeping pad is the Xped 3R inflatable sleeping pad. We actually got a really good deal on these. These are, I believe, going out of service, or they're no longer making this version of it. So at REI, they were like 40% off. 30, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. We got an insane discount, and it was too good to beat. So we just decided to go with this. I also use the Cocoon Hyperlight Air Core Travel Pillow. I love this thing. It's super light. If I can get it out here. Super soft. I know this is a comfort item, but this one comfort item that I don't want to get rid of. I like good sleep, and I need good sleep to be functional, and this is one of those items that helps me do that. I also have the Gossamer Gear Thin Light 1/8 of an inch foam pad that goes between that and the ground. And this is honestly, it is just that. It's super thin, and it's just another barrier between me and the ground that adds very minimal R value, but it is lightweight. It is nice because I can pull this out of the pack. We can throw this on the ground and use this to sit on or whatever, lay our gear out. But honestly, this might be something I'm upgrading in the future. Our tent is the Durston X-Mid 2-person tent. This is my first ultralight tent, and this thing is great. I do think it is a little snug for 2 people and all of our gear in there, especially when it's raining, and we do like its versatility with the different ways that you can open up the fly and arrange the tent. I do think it is awesome for all those features, and you can't lie. For the price point and what it is, I'd say it's pretty worth it. Because the Durston X-Mid 2-person is not a freestanding tent, we use our trekking poles. These are just Amazon Cascade trekking poles. They're not the lightest on the market. They're also not too terribly heavy. They do have a cork handle, which we love, but these are required in order to set up our tent. Maybe this is an item that we'll upgrade in the future to something lighter, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. And these aren't broken yet. Our kitchen is the MSR Pocket Rocket 2 Deluxe. I bought this ages ago when I first started backpacking. I don't even know when, but it is just a 1-liter pot. It is what it is. Comes with a plastic lid, or not plastic, but heat resistant lid. We've got the MSR Pocket Rocket 2 that has the igniter on it, but I have started to carry a thick lighter, which is a pickle lighter. Our last name is Dill, so it just makes sense that we have a lot of pickle items probably. And then, of course, just a fuel canister. I do like to carry the small one on our short trips. Just makes sense. Don't carry anything more than what we need. But we do want to add the flip fuel to our gear list. Last item is our MSR pot grabber. This is the one that came with the kit. This is the one that I'll use until I don't want to. I know there's a lighter one on the market, but this is it for now. How we carry our food is between 2 items. So we have the Bear Volt. I think this is the 450. Yes, 450. This is enough to carry 3 days of food for the both of us. So about a 6-day food carry. if we're really packing it in there. It's bulky, yes, but honestly, for me, this beats hanging a bear bag. I might have a different opinion in the future. Otherwise, if we were carrying out a bag, this is what we use. We use a Sea to Summit dry bag. This is probably good for our 2 nights on the trail or a 1 night on the trail and both of our food. This is just a 4-liter bag. It gets the job done. We have some line and a carabiner that we bring, throw it over a tree and call it good. Our water filtration system is the Sea Knock with the Platypus Quick Draw. This is a 2-liter bladder bag. I'm sure you've seen it a lot everywhere. And if this is your first time seeing it, this is probably one of the most popular bags on the island.
What is this, Survivor?
This is one of the most popular bags on the market right now in the hiking and backpacking community. We really like the Platypus Quick Draw for its integrity feature, which a lot of competitors on the market don't have. And we can do that right on the trail, so we'll know if we need to replace it or not, which I think is a great thing. I'd rather not get sick from drinking nasty water. And that is accompanied by smart water bottle. This is probably an item that we'll upgrade in the future just because we want something more reusable and long lasting. We do carry 3 of these right now. We carry 2 of the 1-liter version, and then we carry 1 750-liter version with the sport cap on it, and that is our designated electrolyte water bottle. We are thinking of adding another smart water bottle to our rotation just so that we can carry more water. This was something that we experienced on our last overnight backpacking trip, where water sources were kind of not reliable and dry. So we ended up carrying 3 liters of extra water between our bladder and another water bottle. So I think throwing another water bottle in our mix might be smart for us. We are carrying for 2 people, which is like positive and negative. We do get to split the gear, but we have to have more food. We have to have more water. Especially me, I am prone to passing out, so I need to hydrate more frequently than the average person. Moving on. Can't forget about my spoon for the kitchen. This is the Toaks Is this Toaks? Yes. Yeah. This is the Toaks Titanium polished spoon in green, my favorite color. It's the long handle. This is one of the other hot items on the market. Everyone wants a long handle so that you don't have to rub the insides of the bag when you're scooping your food out. Now we're going to move on to some of our, what we call miscellaneous gear items. This is our poop kit. This is the Deuce 3, I believe. It's the larger one. We've got toilet paper and wipes in here. It's pretty simple. We also carry a few other items in Rebecca's, which we'll let her go over. Also in our poop kit is some hand sanitizer. If you're not able to wash your hands, make sure you at least bring this because you can take yourself out of your own hike. We've got our toothbrushes and our toothpaste tabs. Pretty simple. We've got a first aid kit. It's got some common items, some medical tape, tick remover, antiseptics. We can go over this more in depth in what we carry in here in another video. This is our electronics bag. This holds the 10,000 milliamp battery pack. I don't know how long I've had it, but it still works. Has our flex tail air pump in there. Yeah, we're not blowing our sleeping pads up with our mouths. Charging cables for our headlamps, microphones, cell phones, you name it, it's in there. I have the Black Diamond Spot headlamp. Hello. We're going to move on to clothing. Starting with my shorts, these are just some basic Asics that I picked up from Sierra. I like them because they have a mesh backing. You can literally see through the back of the shorts. There's so much airflow in these shorts. They're comfortable. They're lightweight. They have zipper pockets. I can't find them anywhere else. So I'm going to have to find something equivalent, or hopefully I'll come across them again. But these will probably be the shorts I wear for the foreseeable future until I find something else I like. We did pick these up in Harper's Ferry on our last trip, so we had to pick up some pickle shorts. I have not worn them yet, haven't tried them, don't know if I like them, but I'll give my reviews later. For my top, I just have a Columbia lightweight hiking shirt, very breathable, very light. This was something new that I was trying out on our last trip, and I really love this. I mean, I do sweat a lot, but this made it feel not less, but I felt less gross. This is a hat that I bought off of Amazon probably 5 years ago. It's called Tilak. It's just, again, lightweight, breathable. I can scrunch it down. I don't care about it. I think it was like 20 bucks. My Sun hoodie is a DSG Sun hoodie. I think that stands for Dick's Sporting Goods. We got this at their warehouse called Going Going Gone, which is where they have a surplus of goods and they're extremely discounted. I don't know if these stores are anywhere else, but we've got one very close to us. Very lightweight, very breathable. This was the original hiking shirt, which is, again, another DSG lightweight, basically see-through, breathable hiking shirt. This has now moved into my sleeping shirt since I got that Columbia shirt that I really like to hike in now. For our socks, can't find our other ones, but we hike with a version of Darn Tough. I think they're one of the best socks on the market. We're going to keep using them because of my profession. I'm in boots 24/7, 365. I need good socks or else my feet are going to sweat, sweat, and sweat, and I don't want to deal with that problem. We carry merino wool buffs, lightweight, breathable, they don't stink. We like it. We carry a version either of a bandana or a camp kitchen lightweight cloth. This usually does go in our kitchen, and this usually gets tied around one of our straps for sweat or wiping down condensation in our tent. Our rain jackets are the classic Walmart Frog Togs. Yep, they're like 20 bucks, and you get what you pay for. This thing will probably last me a couple more trips, and then it's gonna go, hey, stop scratching that. Loki, stop it. Yeah, one thing I already noticed is on our last trip, I did start to have some water coming through the jacket in the seam area, especially around the sleeves. But it is significantly lighter than the original rain jacket that I wore in the first hiking video. So I can't complain. We're finding ways to lighten our pack while being budget friendly. Don't jump. These are the Ultra Lone Peak 9s with the Vibram sole. I've been wearing Ultra Lone Peaks. These are what works best for me. For camp shoes, I just wear a classic Teva, however you say it. They're not the lightest, but it's something I already had and I don't need to replace. They stink. And all of that gear gets stored inside these nylon flume. Very loud and noisy. I'm just going to set it down. I set them down and completely lost my train of thought. We use the nylon flume backpack liners. It is a surefire way to keep our gear dry and inexpensive. They're, I think, less than $3 on garage grown gear, which I'll pay $3 every day to keep my gear dry. So this wraps up everything that's in my current gear carry. If you have any questions, comments, or gear recommendations, leave them down below and let me know what your favorite gear item is or a gear item that you've replaced recently. We'll see you in the next one. Cut! So it's not me and the inflatable. Okay, wait. Because you were thinking about the ground. Yes. And you that one. Yes. Okay, wait. Kurt. If it's not broke, don't fix. It's not broke. This is gonna be so funny to watch back. Yeah. Wait.